basic. Full stack developer means in the sense you have to cover this architecture what I shared you, three tier architecture what I shared to you yesterday. Okay, it's like MongoDB, Node.js, Express, and React. Okay, this is what you are going to learn, guys. Okay, yes, correct. So a MERN stack, okay, ME, or again and again I'm saying that HTML, JavaScript, CSS is not the full stack. Okay, I'm just continuing with the today's session, guys. What yeah, okay, MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. Okay, but before we can't able to learn that straightforwardly. Before that we need to learn the alphabets, grammar, words, sentence formation, then only you can able to write a essay writing. Like that here now we are in the alphabets. Okay, again we need to learn the sentence formation, then only you can go for a MERN stack. Okay, just I'm going for the today's session, guys. So everyone have the networking sheets, right? Networking sheets from in your academic networking sheets with that. But so everyone have that. This is everyone familiar, right? HTTP, TCP, IP, TCP, transfer control protocol, IP, internet protocol, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol secure, FTP, file transfer protocol, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. So these are the protocols, right? Why these protocols are needed? As you say, to send a data transfer from one place to other place, we are sending a data through these protocols. So to make understand everyone, let me put my this diagrammatical to a practical understand with easier. See, please look on to my cursor where I am rotating. Okay, so application layer, transport layer, internet layer. So application layer is with your protocols. Okay, and transport layer is its streaming messages is going to be done. Okay, to convey this UDP, user datagram protocol, and TCP, transport layer, let me put my example like this. See, so TCP, how it works like, it will work like a courier boy. Simple example I can say is courier boy. Okay, so what courier boy is expected from us? Everyone know, everyone getting the courier, right? Once you get the courier, what you are doing? Right, acknowledgement. Exactly, you are signing, you are putting some sign in that paper, right? So you are acknowledging that you are received. So that is TCP. That is TCP. That is the example for TCP. So TCP, it will give response back, some acknowledgement to you. Okay, yeah, I received like that. But UDP, right? UDP, I will put my example like for understandable. I will give the best example is newspaper boy. Assume that newspaper you are receiving, right, daily. Whether they are just opening the door and ringing the bell and they are giving the newspaper to your hand? No, right? Just they are cycling and throwing out the newspaper in front of the door. Whether they are considering whether you are receiving the newspaper or not, they are not considering at all, but they are delivering. That's how UDP will work. That is the best example. Okay, newspaper boy is the best example for UDP protocol. So what is the practical technical exposure if I want to tell, right? It's like a audio video streaming, guys. Audio video streaming. It won't need any acknowledgement from you. It's deliver. It will post asynchronously, streams will be delivered for you. That is for UDP, guys. Okay, so TCP is for acknowledgement based. I mean, to technical terms I can talk more, like handshake, acknowledgement, blah blah blah. I can speak more, but to understand better, to make it simple, so TCP is for courier and UDP is for newspaper. Okay, this is how the datagrams are delivered. And one more is the packets. So here we have datagram packets. Sir, what is packet? Packet is means see, basically the data is transferring from one end to another, and how the data is will transfer means it will split it into a packets. Okay, the packets will have the address over that packet top. Okay, packet address will be there with some 16 digit format. Inside of that packet, what is contained, 0 ones will be there. Your data, your message data will be in 0 ones. So the digital packets are transferring, and it will convert it as a analog, as a raw data for you. Okay, so digital to analog signal. This is how the data is transferring, and this diagram is representing the same to you guys. Okay, so to yes, correct, yeah. Yes, exactly. Not guarantee of data, UDP, yes, correct. Everyone, what they're thinking, your answers are correct. So, to make it simple understanding, to forget or unforget, so I'm just try to understand that courier and newspaper. Okay, that will help you guys. So this is about the high level diagram about it. I'm just moving for the next slide, guys. Yeah, this is the same thing what we have. So those who have pinged, right, guarantee, not guarantee, it's deliver fast, slow. These are the unicast, broadcast, multicast. This how the TCP, UDP. See the diagram itself. The handshake is there. Handshake. Okay, acknowledgement. Okay, but UDP nothing is there, but it's fast, but it's slow because it rely on the acknowledgement. Okay, example, email browsing. That's why video and audio streamings, right? So yeah, I'm moving to the next now. Guys, do you anyone know what is MAC and what is IP? See, MAC address is a right. Someone said physical address. That is good. So see, be focused on what I'm doing. Okay, be focused on what I'm doing. So I'm just going to my command prompt. So yes, guys, see here. So I just typed ipconfig all. See, I am getting all the information, host name, everything, right? So in this, very important one is this guy. I will highlight and show to you. Okay, don't worry. See, this is the MAC address, guys. MAC address represents a physical address. Okay, MAC address represents a physical address. So physical address is, this is my device physical address. My device physical address, guys. Okay, IP address is for the logical address. Logical address. See, this is my logical address. IP. Okay, IP address is the logical address. So guys, MAC address, MAC is abbreviation, stands for media access control. Media access control. M, media, A, access control. Media access control. Okay, so media means it's your device. So your device address is what I highlighted before. That is the one. Physical address is your device address. IP address is logically derived from your internet service provider. Okay, so this is the main difference. I hope everyone got that. So IP address and device MAC address, you got some idea, right? So now the port. Port means source, ending and destination point. So starting and destination points. Source means some endpoints, Endpoints represents where it's beginning, source, and where is ending. Okay, it's a communication port. Machine A, machine B. What is the port number for that machine? So it's defaultly some for TCP we have 80, right? So like that 8080 for for this one, right? MySQL we have some port number. Each and every application and machine standalone registered thing will have a port numbers. Okay, you will be clear when upcoming slides comes. So apart from this, we have MAC address to get the physical address of a machine. Why we need a IP address? Then we have a MAC address. As I showed to you the physical address of the machine. Then why we need a IP address? See, I am telling the interesting one. See, IP will recognize your geolocation, where you are. You are from India, you are from Tamil Nadu, you are from which district, you are from Chennai, you are from Anna Nagar. It will recognize your geolocation. Okay, it will recognize your geolocation. Internet IP address will be taken care by your internet service provider. Internet service provider is having the networking technology like subnetting. Subnetting will have the mask to represent your geolocation. Geolocation, that's why the internet IP is very useful for everywhere. And see, in films also, I don't know, someone have the background of networking, but in films also they will like terrorists or somewhere, where the call is coming from, recognize the call, track the IP. So how they are tracking, how they are recognizing? Because IP contains a geolocation. Okay, so geolocation means it represents where you are. Drill down, class A, class B, everything, and subnet concepts are there. So based on the IP address, they will catch your device MAC address. They will hit your location. Ethical hackers, how they are doing, how they are getting your machines through your IP address. They are traversing to your place and they are trying to deploy software into your MAC address. Okay, this how the why this is I'm saying, right? So upcoming slide it will help. What is IP and what is MAC? Why it's needed for us? Okay, so I'm just moving, guys, for next slide. I hope this information is enough. Yeah, so HTTP is our curriculum main. So try to focus on here. Hypertext transfer protocol, and it's like everyone said, is for communication, but whom is communicating means browser and web servers. Browsers and web server is communicating. Okay, and the default port for TCP is 80 and 443 is secured one. Okay, guys, and evolution of HTTP is there, because in earlier it started with 0.9 and 1.0 is there and 1.1 is there. Now 2 is there. Okay, HTTP 2 is there. We will see what is the high levelly. We will see what is the difference and how it's loading, how they improvise the version. Okay, just yeah. See, this is the website http to demo.io. Okay, just speaking, guys. Yeah, I will share this, guys. Maybe in that material also we are having it. See, the difference here is HTTP 1.1 versus HTTP 2. Okay, so see here, when I refresh this, see HTTP 1.1 is taking this much seconds. Okay, then we will see for HTTP 2 now. Okay, see the comparative speeds reduced, the loading speeds, how it comes reducing compared to HTTP 1.1 versus HTTP 2. For this, just for some simple example, guys, for image loading itself, how the HTTP transfer is data transfer is having, it's loading the image from server. Okay, server, so it's taking this much seconds. Okay, so to understand the version compatibility, why the how they improved, what is the protocols, what is the performance they improved in that, that's how the point saying. Okay, this is the overall evolution of HTTP protocol. Okay, and the demo, that link also will be given to you guys. And these are some predefined HTTP methods are available in that protocol, whether we can get the information from server, and we can read the header information from the server. Okay, and we can put some information on server, and we can post some information on server. So like this, we can track the server information, what is happening, and we can delete the resource from the server. So these are the methods, HTTP methods we are having to communicate with the server. Through these methods only, the protocol will communicate to the server, hosting server. Okay, what is server? We will see that in next slide. Okay, so these methods and everything, if you want to be in, if you are good in servlet, like servlet advanced, servlet is there, right? So servlet, if you read it, when we maybe if in the not in our JavaScript curriculum, but it's, if you are aware of it, then you are good. Okay, this is the methods we are having for the HTTP for the communication. Okay, so what is server? You see that, see how the server looks at the URL. Okay, so this is like our web page. Okay, so I'm just typing at http www.zwari.io. Okay, so where it goes is going for the DNS. DNS stands for domain name service, domain name server. So what it does, right? So it will convert your name to a IP. That is the major roles and responsibility of domain name server will do. It will convert your name to the IP. Name means, here the name is Zwari. www.zwari.io is the name. Naming we are converting, right? It will go and check it. Sorry guys, it will go and check in the DNS. It will translate that to the respect to the IP address. So 234.23.45.60.80. Okay, now so the request is going. Okay, HTTP request is going. Where it is going? To the server. This is like server. See, server is not like that. It also a computer, but high configurable machine. Okay, Windows Server 2008, 12, 15, like this, more operating systems are there. So it will be installed, it will be monitored, and its rack space will be more sufficient. Its configuration parameter of a system will be very high, guys. That's how it is called as a server system. Okay, so server means it's not like that, something different. It's also a computer, but with along with high-end configuration, guys. Okay, so from browser, HTTP request is going and it's hitting to the server, and it's see the method they are sending is get method. In previous screenshot we have seen, right, get method. And what they are finding, index.html is there or not, they are finding in that server. So what server will give to that, right? It's saying that response is sending, server is sending the response to the browser. So it's content what they are requested, right, is success, means that index.html, it will respond to the browser. See, default browser method is get. Okay, even though if you are not putting it, browser will recognize that it's that, just it will go and search it for the index.html. Okay guys, it's clear. High-end communication, guys. This is very high-end communication. It's clear. Can I move the next slide? Anyone have any doubts? So from browser, how the request is going, what is the method, default method, get method, and how the server is responding back to the browser. This is very high level. Upcoming slide we are drilling down what is happening inside of it. Okay. So see guys, so this picture will you if you see immediately, right, it will be irritative like uh, it's collapse or something, but please pay attention how my mouse is moving, right? See, you can able to see my mouse, right? I'm just rotating here. Everyone able to see my mouse is right. So this diagram we have to see it in a clockwise. Okay, clockwise we need to look for this diagram. Okay, what is happening, we end to end just we are explaining guys. Okay, this diagram clockwise means see the mouse here. I am just rotating like this. Okay, it's a clockwise case. Okay, so see first itself what we are doing, actually we are typing something www.amazon.com, www.flipkart, Google, whatever it may be. We are just typing it guys. Here I'm just giving example.com. So it goes to the DNS, domain name server. So it will resolve your name, Amazon or example or Google, Zwari, whatever it may be. It will resolve your name to a IP standard. So that's how this diagram. See, are you able to see my mouse rotating, right? So this diagram, what's the IP for www.amazon.com or example.com, zwari.com? Okay, inside of DNS it will come and hit and it will check for the IP address. How it's recognizing it? Recognizing with first level root is dot. Root domain is dot. So root domain means we have com. Com means commercial. IN means India. .gov means government. Okay, .edu means education. You have seen that some of the sites, right? IRCTC is in India. Some of the government sites which will be in India. So it represents the end of the domain. It will be .in. .com is for the commercial. .com represents a root domain is a commercial. And edu represents some educational websites like Anna University or anything. If you go and check, it will be like edu. Okay. So this is the root domain guys. So after that, second level domains is coming. Second level domain, it will extract the website address for you. That is for example.com, zwari.com or Amazon. Okay. Then again, its third level is for www. What is the IP address? So this is the IP address. So you are giving the example.com to the DNS. DNS is converting to a IP address like this. Okay, 93.184.216.34. It's converting and it's giving to whom? It's giving to a ISP, Internet Service Provider. Okay, it's giving the control back to the Internet Service Provider. So now the geolocation will be recognized here. So where this site is located. So it's input is going to the www.example.com is going inside of DNS. It resolving the address of it and it's giving back to the ISP, Internet Service Provider. Internet Service Provider, what it will do? It will recognize your geolocation. It will initiate the TCP connection. So TCP, courier boy. Okay, remember that guys. It will make simpler communication for you, right? So initiate TCP connection. So what TCP will do? Handshake, response, acknowledgement. I can tell more technical terms. Okay. So but simply remember that courier. Okay. So what is happening? TCP connection is establishing. So it's the from DNS that is coming back and client is and server is saying that sync. If server in previous diagram itself we have seen this clearly, server is responding acknowledgement to the client and again client is going and initiate that pipeline of the TCP connection to do a data transfer packets to do a data transfer, pipeline has to be created. That pipeline is created in the server. Through that pipeline, now the pipeline is ready to do the data transfer. Okay, TCP initiate means it will create a pipeline with communication between server and client is ready now. Now it will hit the HTTP request. HTTP request means it's a get method or post method, whatever method. Though that will be goes. Where it goes? Why this globus, that global is available here? Because the what you are requesting, that machine may available in US. From India you are hitting, right? Are you thinking that Google is within India? India also one DNS will be there, domain name system will be there. You'll be clustering. Now the technology AWS is there. Okay, so clustering is there, clustering DNS is there. So this HTTP request will go and hit to the respective place based on the ICP geolocation, IP geolocation. Okay, and it's see get http example.com http 1.1. okay, and server is responding back. See some status code, for example 100 represents information message, 200 is success, connection is success, yeah, able to respond back to you, server will tell. 300 is something missing. Okay, 400 is client access, 500 is server error. So after that, what is happening now? The coming I hope everyone is following my cursor. Okay, mouse cursor. So here we are standing here like HTML plus CSS plus JavaScript. This is the pattern of browser, backbone of browser, what are the items available in the browser. Okay, so here again inside of browser we are, it's parser is coming into the picture. Two thread is simultaneously run, parser HTML document and parser CSS style. Tokenizer is browser engine, Marshling. In yesterday's class I explained the browser engine, Marshling, tokenizer address will be there. On top of that we are having a DOM tree and CSOM tree. So this also we have seen, and after that we are having a rendering tree. Rendering tree will take care of the roles and responsibility of layout creation and painting. This also simultaneously will happen. Okay, layout will be constructed and on top of that painting also will be done. And this is how the browser interface backbone we have seen, user interface, browser engine, rendering engine, networking, JavaScript engine. This diagram is represent, and the final output you are getting like this, guys. See, this is the entire process. This is the final output. Okay, this is the entire process is happening within fraction of second. This is how the internet depends on the internet speed. It's fraction of seconds is happening. Okay, so this is how the output is coming. So are you guys able to follow this diagram and the flow? It's understand, you got something here, right? So I'm just moving for the next slide. See, these are the some HTTP written codes, guys. Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, like this. Okay, pre-reads you have to do this. HTML, whoever know or I don't know, some commands I will get that, but you can learn from, I will prefer one. See, most of the websites are there, W23 schools, tutorial point, whatever it may be, but as per my experience I will share this MDN websites. MDN stands for Mozilla Developer Network. Mozilla Developer Network, MDN. Okay, MDN websites. MDN stands for Mozilla Developer Network. Okay, so here HTML and CSS is there, guys. You should read about this. Pre-reads. This is for pre-reads. Please read out and come back. Sorry. After that, we should install this VS Code. See, you may have Notepad++, Lime, IDE in Eclipse or whatever it may be. I am, as per my work experience, I will preferable for Visual Studio Code, VS Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code. So you can you have to install as per your operating system standard. Windows means you refer this how to download and install, and this is the Linux and this is for Mac OS. Okay, And after installing that VS Code, you have to be install these extensions. Extensions means once you install, right, you will get this symbol. See my taskbar, guys. See my taskbar. Okay, you may get like this. This is the Visual Studio Code, guys. Once you install, right, it will be like editor will be looks like this. Okay, so once you install, see here extensions. You have options called extensions. So in this, you have to install what I given in that PDF. Okay. See, Beautify, Packet, HTML support, snippets, live server, Prettier, everything you need to be installed. That I have listed down here. That I have listed down here. Okay. What are the extensions you need to install in the VS Code? Guys, are you clear till now? So guys, don't be panic, don't worry. Okay, this is why I'm giving this one, right, to make you understand for the upcoming sessions. It will be very useful and make you to be interactive with us. Okay, to understand what we are doing, why we are doing this. Okay, simply you are coming and listening and going, right? It's nothing will be that. If you are learning something, then you have to do and this is very important for the IDE, because going forward there is, I won't use mostly PPTs, PDFs. Directly I will jump into the code like this to do the practical sessions. Okay, I will explain the topics based on the VS Code through the code writing in front of you. You have to come up with the task also will given based on that case. Okay, you are getting right. So that's how the software is given to you. So guys, so if you not able to install also, no problem. Those, because some of them is pinging, so try to use this one, guys, Notepad++. Okay. See guys, this is one more, it's like a notepad, it's not a IDE. So this is the Notepad++. So you guys can install this one also. Okay. So see, Notepad++, you can try. If this is, see, as per your operating system, 32-bit or 64-bit operating system for Windows, Linux, Mac, whatever it may be. So please try to download this, and this also will help you to just type some HTML coding and practice here, which will make easier for you. Okay guys, you are getting right. So this is not an IDE, but you can do something, and please save it as in your desktop or somewhere like index.html. Okay, you're getting right. So I'm just answering for those saying that I am facing issue with installing the VS Code. For that alternate option I'm saying, okay, but my suggestion is to use Visual Studio Code, VS Code, or else for time being, for temporary practicing purpose, I'm just suggesting to use a Notepad++. You can write your HTML code and save it as index.html. It will be stored, it will be saved like this, and if you double click, it will open for you. Okay guys, like this. Okay, this is alternate option, guys. Okay, so we will go for today's session. Okay, yeah, no worries. See guys, once you installed the VS Code, okay, Visual Studio Code, go to any of your drive, and you can create one folder like workspace. WS stands for workspace, and you guys are batch 18. So I'm just naming, this is folder, whatever folder you can, if you want you can keep it, no problem. For my convenience, for my understanding, I'm using batch 18. So workspace batch 18. If you double click, and inside of that create one folder called HTML. Okay, in VS Code, you can import that folder. Okay, file, open folder, and choose that folder. See, open folder, and you can choose that folder. I have already chosen, guys. I have already chosen. That's why I am getting this HTML folder here. So like this, you have to do this. Are you getting till now what I instructed? Are you all getting? Just moving further, how to create the file in that. Okay. So this is the HTML folder. I'm just having here. This is the. We will try to see how to create the HTML file in this. Okay. We have two options. Right click, new file, that also we can do, or else if you click here, we are having new file. Here we are having, right, index.html. Okay. See, you are seeing that index.html. Okay, file name. So have you guys installed all the extensions what I have mentioned in that PDF? So I said I ask you to guys install the extensions. So VS Code icons, live server. So these are the extensions. See here. Okay. So this is the one I already installed here in my machine. See here. See, guys, this is your workspace area. This is your workspace area, and this is your extensions installation area. You can search your extensions. What I have shown you in the PDF. The PDF is shared by the management, the HR team, and you have to install everything. We have an option called install. Once you install everything, then anybody have any question in this? Okay, fine. See, we will see one basic skeleton of this HTML. Okay, so see this in prefix of index we are getting that HTML file, that symbol, right? So how we were getting means because of this extension. Okay, VS Code icons. If you install VS Code icons, then only if HTML file .html file we will get this symbol. .cs we will get one another symbol. .js JavaScript we will get another symbol. So these symbols you may get once you install that extension. Okay. So from very basic skeleton we will see now. HTML. Head. Title. Okay. So anyone knows where this variable display now? Guys, this is HTML, normal HTML tag. This is head tag of it. So mainly tag is represents, tag means it will be like this. Okay, see, we have here option. We will have the option over here or in this ID, right? So we are having, if you're not using the VS Code, nothing problem. In beginning session itself I said that how to open that HTML file. So right click, If you extension of live server is installed in your IDE, then right click of this page, open with live server. Okay, we have an option called open with live server. If you click on this, here option will come. Okay, so see here, Zwari is displayed in the tab. See my cursor, mouse cursor, guys. See my mouse cursor. Why the Zwari is displayed in the page, top of the page. You are getting right? Everyone is getting right? See, just we have created the basic HTML tag. HTML head. Within that head tag we have title. Inside of title, if we give the Zwari over here, it will be displayed in your browser. Title tag will represent whatever if you give. If you give ABCD there, then that also will display over there. Okay. See. ABCD is displayed now. Are you getting? Are you getting? So just I'm moving. So apart from title, what are all the items we can give here means link, style, script, these are the possible tags we can have it inside a head tag. These are the possible tags we can have it inside the head tag. See, inside of head tag, I have given title, link, style, script. These are the and meta tag also is there. That also we will see. Just for a skeleton, and I'm just showing this case. Okay. So what is after head? We are having one more tag called body tag. Okay. So this body tag will contain both non-semantic and semantic elements. Okay, so before going inside of the body section, guys, so I have while that first session itself we have seen that those HTML is a skeleton, CSS is a skin, and JavaScript is the nerve system, like that, right? So skeleton means, so this has to be present in the right side, this has to be present in the top, this has to be present in the footer. For example, see here in our website itself. So this is our website, right? So how are we HTML is been, we are considering as a developer perspective to understand it, right? So see here, just we are saying this one is the header. Okay, the entire one is the web page, but this particular item is call it as a header, and this particular item we can, just a minute, I will change this to drag to the left hand side for you to see, review the background. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the footer of the page. Okay, see, it's blue color, it's highlighting, right? Blue color. Blue color, are you able to get the difference when I mouse over and when I mouse out? Are you getting, guys? So this is the footer. So why I am showing this to you, right? So the web page layout itself, we are segregating. So how are we segregating? This is the header, this is the navigation bar, this is the content, this is the footer. Okay, so splitting of a web page in a professional way, splitting of a web page in a professional way. This how the split up depends on the page resolution and segregation of a web page we want. The layout representation can be done in a HTML, right? So for that we are using non-semantic tags and semantic tags. Semantic tags are recently introduced in HTML5. Okay, semantic tags are recently introduced in HTML5. Non-semantics are older one. Non-semantics are older one. We're getting till now. See, the basically while you try to develop a web page, right? So we have to be consider that what it should be in header, footer. We need to segregate our web page. Okay, just a minute. Okay, guys. So this view will make you to understand better. Okay. See, it's highlighting, right? Banner, header, or whatever it may be. See here. So that blue color is highlighting, right? So the segregation of web page is highlighting. Okay, split up layout. Okay, header, content, navigation bar, content, and footer will be there, right? See here. See this logo. See this footer. We're getting, right? Splitting of this web page. So this one in how they are handled in earlier olden days and now. That's how, based on that only HTML5 is coming into the picture. Okay, so that one, the earlier days they have used their non-semantics. Currently in HTML5 they have used the semantic elements. Okay, we will see what all the some basic elements for that. Okay, so just I'm in body tag. As I said, we can go ahead with paragraph, H1 to H6, and we have div tag, and we have more span. We have more tags. We will see just one by one, not all. Basic tags to understand what it is. Okay, see, paragraph tag which will represent you for write the content of it, to write the paragraph content. For example, if I write this content over here, okay, let me write like this. Okay, so let me see what happened here. See, all is well. So paragraph tag will write whatever content you want to be more, not only a limited line. You can customize as per your wish. Okay, you can customize as per your wish. Okay guys, then h1 tag, I am from h1. If I give, see how it's displaying, very big and bolder, very big in size and bolder. Then what is the difference between this one, h6? I am from h6. See, it's very small font size, but it's bold. Okay, so we have in between h2 tag is there, h3, h4, h5, h6, h2, h3, h4, h5. Okay, just change over here, guys. See the difference, h2. So we have to change here also to make h2 here, and we will check for h3 also, h3, h3, h3. Guys, I know that I'm going very slow because others to understand. Okay, see the difference between, we displayed here paragraph tag. So paragraph tag we have written as all is well, and it's there. See the difference between h1 tag, h2 tag, h3 tag. Okay, and this is for h4. Okay, see why I am using this IDE, right? So it's very cool for me to, whenever I type the code here, I no need to save or reopen the page. Whenever because of that only I'm using this live server, guys. See, because of that only I am using the live server. When I open it, when I by using extension, that because of that reason only I ask you guys to install the live server in the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Live server will help us. Whenever you change the code, it will impact directly on your web page. It will impact directly on your web page. I'm not doing anything over that. Just I want to change the code. Whenever I modify a code, it will display for you. Okay, h1 to h6 will display like this. Is the basic h1 to h6. So I want to display, now my requirement is I want to display greater than and less than symbol here. I want to display greater than, like h1 tag. I mean to say like this. I want to display in a web page with this symbol, greater than and less than and greater than symbol. How to do that? We will see that also quickly. HTML will adapt with that UTF format codes. So what I am doing for that, we need to write an ampersand symbol. LT represents less than. Okay, ampersand symbol. Okay, so what it represents, right? Ampersand symbol LT represents lesser than. Okay, see here some UTF format, UTF-8. This is Unicode. Okay, and this is GT represents greater than. Why I am showing this in web page? We need to see that. See here the symbol came now. Greater than symbol, greater than symbol and less than symbol for the tag. So how to display tag in your web page? This is one in interview perspective. This is one important question for you. Okay, how to display tag in the web page? So by using Unicode format, this is UTF-8. So what is Unicode format, right? See, these are the list of Unicode format, guys. So whenever you free to be, I am just pinging this link to you, everyone. I pinged that link. Okay, whenever you free, this is for C, A, B, C, D, all your keyboard characters. It represents UTF-8, Unicode text format, UTF-8. These are the UTF-8 code, Unicode text formats. Okay, for ABC, alphabet smaller than, greater than, symbol represents of your keyboard, everything have the UTF-8 formats. Because based on that, I use greater than and less than symbol. So I able to display now my tag over here. So you can display wherever if you want. Okay, see one more time, I'm just writing it. Syntax is very important. You have to follow that. Okay, GT. So then see here for the H3 we have given the tag. Guys, till now are you getting? So we have seen what is paragraph tab, how to write within the paragraph tab. We have seen the H1 to H6 tag and how to display the tag in browser in a web page. Are you getting, guys? So are you, everyone is clear with this paragraph tag and H1 tag, right? How to display, how it's displaying in web browser. So you have to install this extension. Because of that, even though if not installed, if I go on the notepad, sir, I'm not having VS Code, I'm just pasted here in that index.html. If I open this, it has to work. See here, this is from VS Code and this is from normal HTML index, my desktop. Okay, I'm just moving it for div tag. See, basically div tag is for block elements. For example, welcome to Zwari. See, welcome to Zwari. Okay, what I do, see here. See guys, so someone is asked, right? See how to the web page, how I'm inspecting is, we can do by two way. Right click, inspect. This is way one, and way two is you can use Control U. This is for see the view source. F12 in your keyboard, press F12. Okay. So I have informed, someone has raised this question to me. So I have clearly explained two ways how to do this. One is right click, inspect to see the code. This is inspector and this mouse is there. If you click and come here, see, it will display for you guys. This is way one. Another shortcut is F12. If you use F12, that also it will come. Okay guys. What is the difference in that? I say that div tag is a block level element, right? So why it's a block level, right? See here, I'm just highlighting here. It's occupied the entire width of the web page. It occupied the entire width of the web page. Okay. To rectify this, they have introduced another one tag called span tag. Okay. I have just written I am from span. See now, see what is the difference between the div tag and span tag. So span tag we can call it as a inline. Span tag is a inline. Div tag is a block element. Div element, it occupies a full width of a web page. Span tag will occupy the particular element what the wording is there, it's occupied. It's a inline format. Span tag is a inline. Div tag is a entire width. It's a block element. Div is a block element. And so do you guys have any doubt in this? So till now we say in a paragraph H1 to H6 tags, how it will display in the browser, how to display tag, that angle brackets, markup tags greater than less than symbol of H1. That also we have seen how to do that. And what is div tag, what is the main div tag represents a block level elements in the web page, and span tag represents a inline level elements. Okay, we have seen this, guys. Till now, do you have any issues, any doubts? So I am going to write one more span tag now. See where it displayed. Inline means, see here, it's in line, right? So but this is block, so I am saying like a block. I will write one more div over here. See, are you getting right? Why I am div tag, I am calling it as a block level, and why I am calling it a span as a inline element. Div is a block level element, span is a inline element. So it's abandoning the div content in a horizontal way. Div is in the page level, page. See, basic thing, you can learn anything from the internet, okay? But what is the basic idea of the tag? Why they are brought this tag into the HTML means div tag will be web page layout. As per the web page layout standard, div tag will place an element in a horizontal way. Okay, that's why it's called it as a block one by one. So I have written welcome to Zwari in one div, welcome to HTML in another div. It's placing the content in one by one block level. But I have written two span tag. So one is I am from span, and another one is I am from Chennai. So it's in inline. It's vertical, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, try to understand, guys. Don't forget this. This is very, very important when you're designing perspective. Okay. It's can I move further? Any doubts in up to the just we have seen, see, for we have spent up to more time, but we have seen only 4 to 5 tags. It's clear, guys, for you everyone how this is working. See, for this only I have given the pre-reads in this material, right? Pre-reads I am given from MDN, Mozilla Developer Network. That's how it's represents. When I mouse over here, see MDN references. MDN stands for Mozilla Developer Network. If I click here, see here the HTTP, the link is going for Mozilla developers. So that is the I am preferring. Even we have more items. That's why I'm preferring this link only. I have asked you to do a pre-read in this. That's why I given to you guys. Okay, no problem. Just we go for